The image that you're seeing here is a goal that I had set for myself in 2023. I thought it would take me 1 year to achieve it. It took me 2. And despite training really hard, I wasn't seeing as much progress as I wanted. But those 2 years taught me 3 lessons that will compress what took me 24 months to achieve into just 6 months for you. Because once I figured it out in 2024, I leveled up so fast that I trialed in 2 different countries in a single year, and I impressed at both. The first lesson that I want to share with you comes from a mistake that I had made for way too long in my journey. When I started out as a player, I was oblivious to how much of effort it would actually take to become a professional footballer. So I started my journey not only wanting to play for my country, but also wanting to play in the Premier League. For years, my goal was become a professional footballer. And every December, I'd look back at that goal and feel like I wasn't making any progress and I wasn't actually any closer to that goal. I heard the story of Messi getting spotted by Barcelona when he was playing in his hometown in Argentina, and I genuinely thought that would be me too. I used to play for my club and I used to play in the park in front of my grandmother's house and thought that someone would one day spot me too. And needless to say, that never happened. But I have since come to learn that setting goals like I want to be a professional footballer doesn't really get you anywhere. Sure, it's a nice long term goal to have, but it doesn't actually help you develop the skills to become one. Instead, there are 3 types of goals that you need to set for yourself if you want maximum benefits of achieving your goals. These 3 are known as the MTP, or massively transformative purpose, a high hard goal, and a clear goal. Now, the MTP is a lifetime goal. You could end up spending your entire life chasing this goal, but it would also change the person that you become in the process. In the context of football, wanting to win the Ballon d'Or or wanting to win the Champions League is an MTP. Now, the high hard goal, as it sounds, is a goal that is set really high and it's really hard to achieve. So, wanting to become a professional footballer or wanting to play for your country will fall under this category. It's really hard to achieve, but it's not as wild as the MTP. And the clear goal, as the name sounds, is a clear, actionable goal that you can take right now that will help you achieve your high hard goal and also your MTP. Goals that can be quantified normally fall in this category. So, wanting to hit a top speed of 35 kilometers per hour, wanting to hit a level 14 on the beep test, wanting to score 15 goals for your club this season. These are all clear goals. All these goals allow you to derive clear, actionable steps that will help you achieve them. Now, this next one is going to be a hard one to swallow because it's going to go against what you know to be true. But really give this some thought and really try to implement it in your training because it will change the way you train. It has changed the way I train. As a young footballer, you are told that the professionals can do everything at a high level. Their technicality, physicality, mentality, their tactical understanding of the game is all at a really high level. I was told that if all of these aspects are not at least an 8 out of 10, you don't even have a chance of going pro. And it is true, all those things need to be at least an 8 out of 10 if you want to make it to the professional level. In fact, most of the pros even claim that you're better off being an 8 out of 10 player in every game than being a 9 in one and a 5 in another. So naturally, I realized that there were aspects of my game that needed to be improved on. So I set out to work on all of them at once. I wanted results as soon as possible, and I thought that if I worked on all of them all together at once, I would improve really quickly. After all, they are all interlinked anyway. The reason why I made so much of progress in 2024 is because I did the exact opposite of what I used to do as a young player. I knew that to become a better player, my fitness needed to be worked on. So for a whole 2 months in 2024, fitness was my main goal. There was a fitness plan that StatSports had released at that time, and I had used that plan to help me improve my fitness. In the first month, I felt like crap. I could not even get the work done within the time that they had set for the session. But in the second month, everything felt so much easier, and all of a sudden, I was just hitting the numbers like there was no tomorrow. Now, it was only after I was satisfied with how much of progress I had made in my fitness that I actually decided to work on my speed. And now I'm not saying that you only have to work on fitness or you only have to work on speed without actually touching the ball. But realize that you can have phases of growth in one area of your game and have phases of maintenance in another area of your game. Once you start working on your goals one at a time, I promise you, you will see so much more progress so quickly. Now, the third point is one that I have recently started implementing in my game and I've already seen improvements in my levels. This is also one that will honestly tenfold your progress, but it's also the one that most players would refuse to do. I'm saving this for number three because I know you'll probably refuse to do this, and I know this because I refused to do it for a really long time. We've all heard of the story of the self made billionaire or the self made hero. And honestly, it's a really nice motivational story because it makes us feel that anyone from anywhere in the world could rise like the phoenix and turn their life around. And this was something I used to believe as a kid. I never used to like getting help as a young footballer. Even if there was a fitness plan that could actually help me improve my fitness, I was reluctant to go on it. It felt like I was cheating if I had bought a plan to help me improve my game. I wanted an epic success story where I could tell everyone that I did it on my own, not realizing that the only way to have a success story is to first be successful. And behind every successful person, there's a web of people that are unspoken of because the story of the lone hero is a lot more enticing. So the fitness plan that you've been putting off and the coach that you've been wanting to hire but you haven't gone and hired him yet, this is your signal to go and get it. You can't make it to where you want to go without the guidance of what it's like to make it there. And the best way to learn the ins and outs of the program is to actually invest in yourself so you are on the right track. I was on a strength and conditioning program not too long. I was on it for about 2 months. I'm not on it anymore, but I have learned so much from that program that I can now actually go out there and tailor my own strength and conditioning program so that I'm actually training like a footballer. You don't have to be on the program your whole life, but do use that program to gain as much knowledge as possible so that you know what true football training actually looks like. Thank you for watching. I hope you've gained something valuable from this video.